Didn't know.
All right, there we go. I'll work on the volume levels. All right, should we do the?
Hey, there you are.
Are we out there?
I just got the Facebook notification.
Yeah, I just got it too.
Awesome.
Can you turn
There we are.
touch
Turn yours up.
down?
Turn yours down.
I think down a little bit.
Talk
Turn the
to
level down. There we go. That's
Hey,
better.
Phil, give me a mic check real quick.
Yo.
Perfect. Now you can see what kind of a budget operation we've got going on here. Are you guys going to share that, Nick?
Yeah,
All
for
right.
sure.
All right, cool.
That's cute, guys. Doing a podcast together, sharing a mic. You guys are getting real close.
It's time! Streaming live from Cleveland, Ohio, presenting the undefeated, undisputed heavyweight champion, the Big Play!
Okay, do you need medical attention? What is wrong?
Welcome to the Big Play Reef Dog Show. What's up, Jack Casino? Look at all these rule players. It's fantastic. Welcome, Cleveland, Ohio. We got Browns home opener. What's up, Doug? How are you, sir? Keep them coming. With my host, the one and only, you've seen him on Twitter, Reflog, Chris McNeil. How are you, brother?
Good. How you doing, Dave? You ready? Home opener.
1-1, here we come.
People have been all set since
Yes.
5:30 last night.
Yes.
1-1.
The Muni lot might be full.
Yeah, I think so. Uh-oh.
Little
That's some
feedback. We'll just keep
Is that
talking.
me?
No one really knows. It doesn't matter.
Oh, it's Chris.
And the one everybody wants to see, the one and only Nick Padone.
Oh, don't do Phil like that. What's up, man?
Round of applause for Mr. Phil Taylor, Cleveland Browns. So Phil will be sticking around for the next 10 to 12 hours to sign stuff. So, how you been, man?
Good, man. Just chilling, man.
All right.
Off the radar.
Yep. So for the fans out there watching, stay local in Cleveland, Ohio. Okay. Very cool.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Miss the brown and orange being out there. We miss you out there,
Oh, yeah,
obviously.
I miss you guys, too, man. Miss
Yep.
you guys, too.
So what are we thinking today, Phil? Are we gonna win?
No, I don't think it's legal.
What are cut your mic?
We're getting all the feedback.
All right, we'll get. All right. It is your
It
mic.
is Chris.
It's always Reflog. It's always you. That's all right. All right, Nick. Obviously, not a must-win game today, but 0-2 makes
not a
it
must
tough.
win, but it can't lose.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. What are we thinking? Obviously, we looked good against the Chiefs, played a good game. What are we thinking against the Texans, who looked better than we actually thought against Urban Meyer for now?
I think we get an Anthony Schwartz long ball today, Chris. I think he finally catches one. The one was bobbled, not caught cleanly. He catches it cleanly, finds his way in the end zone. The offense is going to roll, man. I'm not worried about that at all.
Yeah, I'm with you. What do you guys think? What were some Browns predictions? Steve,
Nick, yell them out.
Browns by 1 million, cover the spread. What's it at now? 13? 13 and a half. Okay, Phil, were any of your teams favored by 13.5?
It depends on what game it was.
That's true. That's true. I feel like it's been a long time. It might have been since you were around that we were actually favored by 13.
Nah, man. I mean, shoot. I don't know. I really never got into betting, but it's a new thing for me. But
Yeah.
the spreads, man, it's crazy, all that spreads. But it's crazy that the people who really, put these spreads out there, how the shit comes together and, like, it happens. I'm like, how they know that? You know
They
what I'm saying?
know.
Like, I know more about football than you know about football, but you know what the score going to be.
Vegas always knows. Phil, I actually wanted to get your thought on this real quick. So Ronnie Harrison got fined for that $12,000
He
for.
did get fined for
He
that.
got fined for that. The coach did not get fined. Is that fair?
I don't think it was, because from what I seen was he was getting up, and as he was getting up, another player hit him, so he didn't know where his feet was going. So I think it should have been an offset. I don't think he should have got thrown out of the game or fined. So I would just, if I were him, I would appeal it.
GoFundMe, Nick?
Nah, you can just appeal it, man.
Yeah.
Just appeal it, man.
Not going to stand up. You don't think he'll stand up?
Nah, because you got to, I mean, it came from New York, because on the field they had it right the first time. They didn't eject anybody, but that came from New York. And I don't know if they said because he pushed the coach he got ejected, or because he was stepping on the guy or whatever. Because the coach said he pushed him because he thought he was stepping on the guy.
Right. Yeah.
It is what it
Dave, here's one for you, though,
What's
today.
that? What's
At that safety position, Grant Delpit, NFL debut.
First time putting on the helmet.
It's crazy. How
In
many?
a game.
Like 10 practices only. It's just a very injury-riddled start to his career, but it starts today, man. And I have high hopes for him, because the whole DBU thing, and LSU loves to, kind of hang their hat on that they got defensive backs in the league. So I'm excited to see what Grant can do today. It'll probably be limited, right? Pitch count.
If it's his first game back, he didn't do anything in the preseason, definitely he'd be on the pitch count. But if he's feeling great, they're going to let him roll.
I like that. So last week when Ronnie Harrison went out, when he got ejected, we were playing way more linebacker play than I think we kind of anticipated going in. Do you think Delpit will kind of help out with that, where we're kind of flying around the field a little bit more with a little bit less linebackers? Because we're a little short there right now with Anthony Walker out for 3 weeks.
I think it'll be good, because it's another eye, that they got to worry about. Texans got to worry about. With him not being out there, they take their focus somewhere else. Now that he's out there, they always got to have an eye on him, no matter if he's hurt or not.
Yep. So Anthony Walker, that's kind of an interesting story. So he's out for 3 weeks. He's been kind of the field general for the Browns. Phil, as a defensive player, what's it like having someone completely different kind of leading the defense now?
As a team, man, you just got to gel. And whoever's out there, you got to just step up and do what you got to do. You know what I mean? Like at quarterback, your quarterback go down, you just got to give the next guy the same bit of confidence.
Fingers
you know
crossed
what I mean?
on that one.
No, I'm just saying. I mean,
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Yeah.
It's a business. They won, and it's the next man up. And every guy got to, do their part.
So, Chris, I'm going to turn your mic back on.
Am I off suspension now?
You're back.
Am I back? There we go.
You're back. There we go. So with Walker out, Nick, who needs to step up in his absence here?
I think it's our guy, Dave. It's Mac.
Mac is a very polarizing figure in Cleveland, Ohio,
He is.
especially on Twitter.
Yeah, Mac is very vocal.
We love him.
We love him. Friend of
Yep.
the show, Mac Wilson. Been on our program many a times. Hopefully we could get him on with, Phil and I. And I think even though we'll see who has the green dot on the back of their helmet, right, and who's going to be calling the plays, but it could be Mac. He's been in the system for probably longer than anybody else, even though he's a younger guy. Still John Johnson III, only his second game in the system, even though he called the plays for the Rams. So
Yeah.
I think Mac steps up today. How about this? Put it in writing, Dave. Mac Wilson, interception against Tyrod Taylor today.
Wow.
Mac's picking one off.
Bold predictions.
Our guy.
I like that. Chris, let's go. Let's keep going bold predictions. What do you got? Bold prediction for the game today.
For the game, we're going to see a Scottish hammer
No.
fake punt.
No.
Come on, I predicted every single time. We want to see that, right?
No.
He was close last week.
No.
All he had to do was run.
No. It's not
If he
rugby
would have just
anymore.
picked it up, I mean, he could just, call an audible.
Phil, me and
You get a bad
Chris
snap,
went like
you
a
call the
year.
audible.
Went like a year talking bold predictions. We said all we want is a Scottish hammer fake punt. And then it happened. It was at the Ravens game, and we're like, "Oh no!"
Okay, you think they heard you?
Yeah, that's exactly right. They listen. Stefanski
Yeah.
right now, he's got that on in the locker room, just for all the guys to have.
All right, so Nick, you and Phil are going to be doing a sports betting podcast, doing a bunch of other stuff. Lines now it's 13.5. People are. It started at 12. It's gone up to 13.5. Is that a bet you would make, Nick?
It's not my fault if you lose your money.
Full disclosure.
We got to start our show like that. All right. It's not Phil's fault if you lose your money, but let it be my fault.
Phil Taylor.
Yeah, what do you
cost me
think, though?
money.
13.5.
Yeah, that means that at 12.5, people were just hammering that, right?
Right.
And Vegas is like, we
Yeah.
can't get burned by this. We got to raise it. We got to give them another point. And they know that the Browns are pissed off after what happened last week. They thought they had that game.
Yep.
They had that game, moving out of the locker room into the second half. And then just a couple things happen and it goes away at the end. But that's neither here nor there because they're going to come out angry today. We've talked about it. There's people that have been in the Muni lot since 3 p.m. yesterday. So
Yeah.
the fans are going to show out. People are going to be loud when it's, Houston on offense. And Houston has a rookie head coach. So David Culley, I'm sure he's a good guy, but is he going to be able to handle that kind of crowd noise? So 13.5, let's ride it, Dave.
Nick, we talked about a guy who kind of wanted to get traded last year. We weren't even sure if he was going to be on the roster. 76 yards against the Chiefs. He's been one of the better tight ends in the NFL, David Njoku. What are we thinking about him and Hooper for the season? Do you think going into this game, a lot of people are saying we're going to run the ball a lot. Kareem Hunt, Nick Chubb, hit the ground. You got two tight ends on the field. Do you think Njoku's going to have another big day?
Yeah, and I think you have to throw it to him, though, in the right spot. So throw it to him in the red zone. Give Baker that big-bodied target that has kind of been missing, I guess you could say, because they've used Njoku so weirdly. But get Njoku involved, when it counts for 6, because that's what Baker did at Oklahoma. He had Mark Andrews down there just reeling and everything. So let Njoku kind of ride that role and be Mark Andrews and take some leaps. Phil, are you throwing the ball today or are you running the ball? Because it's a warm day.
22 personnel, let your dogs eat, man. Let Hunt and
Put it on a T-shirt.
yeah, let them eat, bro. And you got 22 personnel. You got Njoku and Hooper out there. Let them load the box and put Joku one-on-one with a safety, and they're going to get beat every time.
Our best personnel against their best personnel, running situation, we're going to win all day long.
Yeah.
Let's not make it too complicated, right?
Yeah.
Just go up there.
If you
Smash
got a
mouth
good
football.
running game, everything else fall in line.
Yeah.
So we've been cautiously optimistic for like 2 decades going into every game. And there's always like a little feeling like, much less this year, but there's always a feeling like, oh my God, we're going to lose again. And it doesn't feel like it this year. Phil, give me some confidence where we can go into this game and be like, we're going to blow them out.
I mean, you got to look at what they've been, like where they came from. Like I said, they should be 1-0. What happens. They should have won last week, but hey, shit happened. But
Yep.
I mean, that's all the confidence they need.
Yeah.
You stood up toe-to-toe with those guys. You know what I mean? And this week you got Houston. I think the only win condition for Houston is for Kirksey to rally those guys, and and that's about it. So I think they'll do great.
Okay, I like that. By the way, anyone watching this, we're drinking some Labatt Blues. Head on over to the bar for a pregame Labatt Blue. Nick's buying. Just let him know Nick Padone, his credit card. You guys are good to go. Head on over there.
Can we go ahead and put that up on the screen? Nick, put your credit card out there.
Remember
to the fine
the 3
people out.
digits.
Yeah, the last 3 on the back.
That's right. You
Blurred
have to
out.
come up individually to get that.
All right, so week 1, Hunt, Chubb, both averaged 5.5 yards. Very similar to what they did last
Yeah.
year. 2 of the best running backs in the entire league. Is that? Do you think that could happen for the remainder of the season? Both of those guys over 5 yards.
Why not?
I think you can.
Yeah.
Phil, have you ever seen a running back duo tandem as good as those two?
Mack and Metcalf.
Uh,
Mack and Biner. Mack and Biner. Not Mack and Metcalf. Mack and Biner.
Similar with
Old school.
Arian Foster and Ben Tate back in the day.
We were talking about Ben Tate last
Yeah.
week.
When who was at Auburn? Cadillac Williams and what's his name? Ronnie Brown.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You know, I know it was college, but hey, similar.
yeah,
Three
yeah.
Bama bags. Chubb.
All right, so we're gonna do some Browns trivia. We have a couple different things that we're gonna do. We're gonna bring in one of the fans here at the Jack Casino to try to win some Labatt, try to win a GV Art gift card, the shirts we're wearing here. And then I don't think I told anyone. I think we're gonna also do some Browns trivia for Phil on some of your teams, some trivia on those teams back in the day.
All good, all good.
So I'm gonna put you and Nick on the spot at some point. All right, so if anyone wants to do some Browns trivia and hop on the mic with us, maybe head on over towards Phil, and we'll get you in here in a second to try to win some free prizes.
Who's got it? Browns
Come
trivia?
Oh, we got some
Browns trivia?
Yeah, let's go.
all right.
there.
Yeah, come on.
Come on up.
All right, let's do it.
Do you want him at this mic, Dave?
Huh?
You want him on this?
It doesn't matter.
All right. Loop around.
All right, so we're gonna get some Browns trivia. Let's get some.
Browns trivia, walking music.
Do we have
There we
trivia
go.
music? I don't even remember.
Little transition.
How many questions I got to answer?
All right, there we go. There's some walking music.
All right, are you ready? You ready? You look like a confident Browns fan.
Let's see if I can do this.
What's your name?
Paul.
Paul?
Zach.
Dave, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
How long have you
Good
been a
luck.
Browns fan?
Since probably Cardiac Kids era.
Okay, so you've seen some good football,
Yes.
and then you saw a lot of bad football.
Yeah,
And then you're back to good football.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of good football.
All right, so the way this works is we're going to do Browns trivia for a chance to win cash for Labatt Blue. Okay, so for a 6-pack for the first question, then you can move on to a 12, to a 24, and then the last question, 4 questions, 20. You get a case of Labatt cash for it and a GV Art shirt,
Okay.
which are these guys here.
These are fantastic. GV
Great
artists.
artists.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I believe, I haven't looked at these questions, but I believe they're centered around Browns and Texans.
Okay.
So
Keeping
we'll
it
see.
on point.
All right. So we're going to go question number 1 for cash for a 6-pack here. Don't look at my screen. All right. Which former Baylor defensive lineman did the Browns draft with their first-round pick in 2011?
Wasn't Taylor, was it?
Very nice.
I only know because I read it today.
All right, you just won a 6-pack.
I'll be honest. I was pulling for him to miss that.
Yeah, that
Next
would have
to
been
Phil.
great.
Phil, what would you have done if he would have been like, I don't know, Gerard Warren? I don't know.
All right, would you like to move on for a 12-pack?
Sure.
All right, we're moving on. Question number 2. The Browns have had 2 AP NFL MVPs. Name them both.
2 All Pros,
NFL MVPs.
NFL MVPs.
Yep.
Well,
Of the-
Nick Chubb would be one of them.
So MVP, not off,
MVP.
Yep, not off.
Oh, you're talking from the whole.
the whole. Yeah, not
Okay.
not recently. Hopefully, recently.
Well, Brian
in the
Syke was
near
one
future.
of them.
That's
There you
absolutely
go.
right. That's one.
Cardiac
And, oh, geez, that's where I'm getting stuck now.
Take your time.
He's got a statue out front.
I'm thinking Ozzie Newsome, but Probably not.
Very well
I'll put
known
some
Brown.
dramatic music on while you think.
He was also an actor back in the day. May have left the team to
Think
pursue acting.
Nick Chubb, Mars Attacks.
Bob Golick.
Nope.
No,
Not
that
final
would have been awesome.
You said actor. Yeah, you played on TV show.
All right, we're going to give you one more chance.
Another
He
actor.
did. Another actor. Dirty Dozen. Dirty Dozen.
I know the movie Dirty
The
Dozen.
movie?
I don't-
The
Dirty
greatest running
Dozen.
back of all time. That's your only clue.
Oh, Jim Brown.
Jim Brown.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
All right, we're giving you that one. No more
Yeah,
help
you
going
just did.
forward. Would you like to keep going?
Why not?
All right, we are going for a case. Cash for a case of
Oh,
Labatt
man.
Blue. Question number 3. Prior to Baker and the Browns beating Pittsburgh in the wild card game last year, who was the last quarterback to win a playoff game for Cleveland?
Oh, jeez.
This
I
is,
want to say Tim Couch, but I don't think it is.
Mm,
I don't think it is.
We haven't won a playoff game since we've been back,
I really honestly don't know.
other than last year.
So
Our coach was Bill Belichick at the time, I believe.
that would be Vinny Testaverde.
Oh, he got it! He got
Because I
it!
know Kozar was fired by him.
That's right. That's right.
Yep.
Against New England.
All right, we're going for a case. You're moving on. That was for the case? All right, for a GV Art shirt and a case of beer. You're moving on to the last
Wow.
question.
All right.
It's going to be
Beer and
hard.
shirt time.
It's not that hard. Well, it's kind of hard. All right. Question number 4, final one. 2019, Nick Chubb joined Jim Brown and this former Cleveland running back as the only Browns player to rush for over 1,300 yards in a season.
The only other Browns player to rush for that?
Yep.
That'd be Jim Brown.
Besides, wait. Nick Chubb
Uh-oh, was it
joined
not written?
Jim Brown and this former Cleveland Brown. So Nick Chubb, Jim Brown, who is the only other one to go for 1,300.
Probably another Hall of Famer. So
I thought it was going to be William Green. It was close, but it didn't happen.
I want to say, well, they had Jamal Lewis.
That was a question.
There you go. You got some head nods out
To
there.
be honest, I really don't know who the other one was.
Well, we're going to need a final answer out of you.
I would say Jamal Lewis.
Yeah, buddy, he wins
Ding,
it.
ding, ding.
It's the only
Case
one.
of beer and a GV Art shirt.
All right. So I did
Well
that.
done.
A little help with my friends with me.
We helped you out a little more than we would usually help because you were the first one on the stage. So well done,
All
sir.
right,
Well
thank
done.
you.
We need the
Thank
good
you.
karma there. Good job.
Go see number 13 over there. He will give you your prizes. Number 13 right there.
Hey, OBJ.
All right, trivia break.
That's our first win of the day right there.
That was our first
One
one
of
of the
many,
day. Not bad, not
right?
bad.
Some here at the
Um,
casino, some down
yeah.
down the way at the stadium.
That's
just
right.
down the road a bit.
All right.
Vinny Testaverde. Do you remember that playoff game?
Hey, Phil, scooch over one. We're going to – are you ready for some trivia for you?
Me?
Oh,
Yep.
we're doing Phil Taylor
at trivia.
trivia.
That's all right.
Okay, which former Baylor defensive lineman did the Browns draft with their first pick in 2011?
All right, so I haven't even looked at these. Let's take a look.
I just saw the answer to the first one. No way.
We got a bunch.
Oh,
No.
dude, what
All
are you
right,
gonna do
I'm
to?
turning
this is
this.
Phil Taylor's.
Turning
Phil
this
Taylor's.
one. All right, Phil, you ready for some trivia?
Ready as I'll ever be.
We're good. Do you need a beer? Oh, you got one. All right. All right.
You ain't you'll be babysitting.
Nick's
play
always
beer pong
All
on
right,
that
so
side.
since you and Nick are doing a show together, we did a live event with Jamie Gill and Scottish Hammer at Sibling Revelry, and we did a chugging contest. Scottish Hammer destroyed me. I did all right. Nick had like 2 sips. It was really sad. You got to
I
train
can
him
tell
up.
he ain't touched it since it got
Right?
over there.
Yeah.
It's all right though. He'll be all right.
That's right. Okay. All right, Phil. We are going Phil Taylor trivia to Phil Taylor. Here we go. Question number 1. All right, I'm not going to ask you to name every quarterback that you played with. That would take too long. I will ask, which quarterback threw for the most yards in a single game while you were in Cleveland?
Yes.
I will give you a clue if you want one.
No, I think I know.
No clue?
We had a lot. Not to say they wasn't good. It was just,
You ran through a lot of quarterbacks.
man.
Wow.
Was it
No
Wheaton?
way I'm coming up with this one.
Was it Whedon?
Same draft as you? No.
Same draft as me.
No, Whedon was the same draft as you, right?
Nah. He came up. Whedon went first round with Trent.
You were for that's right. That's right.
Trent Richardson.
I thought who was it?
Mary Kay Cabby. Remember Mary Kay? She called him elite.
Oh, man. That's not going to help him out.
Man, leave Mary Kay alone, man. Leave Mary
Julio Jones? Or who's the wide receiver for Jackson?
Was it Colt?
No, wasn't Colt.
Seneca.
Wasn't Seneca. Let's just keep going.
I can name him now.
First Seneca Wallace drop.
This is a really hard question, by the way.
It is.
Was it Manziel?
No.
The most yards in the game? That could be, man. That's a lot of things.
God, you did play with a lot of quarterbacks.
How many? Phil, you were 2011, 2014 for the Browns?
15 offseason.
15
So
offseason.
15,
Okay.
yeah.
So 4 full year, 4.5
Yeah.
years. How many quarterbacks did you have?
Man, I try to remember all the time. Like, it's a lot, man. But, I mean,
That's
I know
amazing.
Whedon,
You played 4
Whedon,
years.
Seneca,
Yeah.
Jason Campbell,
Yeah.
Colt, Manziel, Josh Johnson at one point.
Oh,
I like Josh Johnson. He was great in Madden.
We had I remember he ain't played, but I know they brought him in. The dude that was doing the trick shots with the footballs and shit.
yes. Remember that guy?
Yeah,
wow.
they brought him in.
I blacked that out
He
of my
had
memory.
accuracy, but he ain't hit the field though. He probably couldn't get the playbook right. But I mean, I know I missed some, but
You're still missing this guy.
Do you know what's funny? No, you're not missing him. You just said him. So in your answers, you named everyone but this guy. But when you ran through, you named him.
who?
Jason Campbell.
Campbell, okay.
Jason Campbell.
Yeah.
391
I was always a Campbell
yards.
fan because my team growing up was the Redskins,
Yeah.
so I always was a Campbell guy.
Yeah, versus New England, versus Tom Brady. 391 yards.
Yeah, we almost
That's
won
incredible.
that one, too. We should have won that one.
Yeah, 2013.
Week 14.
The
late in the
infamous
season.
onside kick got dropped that game.
Yeah. Are you ready for one more? All right, so you were selected to the Pro Football Weekly All-Rookie team. Which of your teammates also was selected that year?
Wow.
Jabal.
He was good, too.
Oh my God.
That was quick. That was good.
Yeah.
No
He
hesitation.
went to the Patriots.
Yep.
All right, we're running through these. Question number 3. Which of your teammates had the most sacks in a single season during your tenure with the Browns? This is actually a surprising answer.
I gotta guess.
Do you?
I know. I think it's either who was it? It was the DN. The one the DN?
No. So that's weird. So this is a really hard one. It's a linebacker.
Oh, I guess he wasn't.
Trying to see who we had with the defense that we had. We had a lot of rush linebackers. So
Got him from the
He
Ravens.
used to be a rat bird.
Yeah, got him from the Ravens. Free agent signing.
oh, Kruger.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kruger.
That was one of the biggest free agent signings for the Browns at that time. I remember
Mhm.
the hype around him was huge.
What happens to you as a defensive player when you guys sign somebody like that? When you get a free agent like that, I mean, what's the morale do? What's it do to the locker room? Does it totally change things? Does it take a while for you guys then to gel again? Or
It's kind of
does it-
it's tough because you know how this player has played. You played against them, but it's
Yeah.
like, damn, I can't wait to see how we gel together. You know what I mean? See how I get it going. But it was awesome, man. When we heard we were getting Krug and stuff like that. So, I mean, he's a hell of a player while he was here, and
Yeah.
so I think it's awesome when you get, as a defensive guy, you're getting somebody that's going to make the defense better. I just felt like in Cleveland, my tenure, I felt like we didn't keep a lot of the guys, the core guys, together.
Yeah.
I feel like during those years it was tough because it was like a revolving door with a lot of things, coaches and players. And I felt like if the organization would have just kept core guys together, it would have been a lot better.
Yeah.
Phil, what was it like going through like the revolving door? Like as a player, is it like the grind? You're like, all right, who's the coach today? Who's the quarterback today? What is that? What's that like for you as a professional?
I mean, as a teammate in the NFL, at the end of the day, it's a business. So we just had to look at it as like, hey, we got to do what we got to do. You know, you can only control what you can control. You know what I mean? So whoever out there, we're going to root for them like as anybody else. You know what I'm saying? You just got to control what you can control.
I think I read on Google you were amping up Browns fans. Something went viral where you were amping up Browns fans. You yelled something. I don't know if you were like – this was after you had left.
Yeah.
Do you remember what it was?
It was the third – they played Pittsburgh. It was was it the Thursday night game that they won?
Yeah,
or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was it.
Nice.
What's it like when you got, like, today it's going to be nuts down at the stadium?
Oh, yeah.
What is it like as a player, and especially a defensive player, when you got everybody in the stadium going nuts? I know the Browns during the time that you were here, we didn't have a whole lot of those because we didn't have a whole lot of success. But
I mean,
what's it like when you have it?
I wouldn't necessarily say that because I remember times when another game, it was Pittsburgh game, and it was a night game. I don't think we won, but it was a night game. We were playing Pittsburgh, and me and Ruben, it was cold. It started snowing fourth quarter. And me and the top of Ruben was out there, and it was a close game. We started barking at the other offensive line and stuff and getting the crowd into it. But it was awesome, man. All the years I was here and played, man, the fans were nothing but the best, you know what I mean, and loud every game.
Does it genuinely help you guys if the crowd's really loud on defense? I mean,
yeah, because, I mean, if they loud, the offense can't hear their calls on top of, me, Rube, and us talking shit. I mean, it's tough for the offense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that atmosphere today. It's going to be like it's a playoff game. It really will be.
It feels like
it's going to be nuts.
Game.
I mean,
yeah,
I haven't had this much excitement for a home opener in years.
Yeah.
I mean, you could feel it in the city. You can feel it everywhere. You can feel it right here in this casino. It's just amazing.
Phil,
what
are your thoughts on Kevin Stefanski? We've had we talk about revolving door of coaches. We've as Browns fans, we've seen a whole lot of different personalities. Freddie Kitchens, like Mangini, we've seen a lot. What do you think of what Stefanski's kind of doing here with the Browns? Cool, calm, collected.
That's what I was gonna say, man. He's not a loud, vocal coach.
Yeah,
like you said, cool, calm, and collected is awesome, man. He brings that offensive mindset from Minnesota with Cook. How they run the ball. I mean, it was a perfect fit. And I just think, man, they just get that thing going. And soon as Odell's back and they really get all the missing pieces, gelling together, it'd be a sight to see out there.
What's that like? Because I mean, you battled some injuries in your career with Odell. You've got a lot of people saying, "Oh, he should play, he shouldn't play." What's it like as a player, like kind of listening to all those people in your camp, the trainers for the Browns? What's that?
It's tough because injuries was a big part of my career later on, and it's tough, because you can be guys on the bubble who need to play, and if they're not playing, they're not making money.
Yeah,
so it is different, and some guys will go their whole career and then get hurt and they don't know how to come back from that. So it's more of a mental thing being hurt. Like I came back off of like 2-3 injuries, and it's more mental than physical. The mental grind is way more than the physical. You feel better way before, like you think you can do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So a lot of these guys that, like if you notice Saquon in the game the other night, he didn't look the same.
Mm-hmm.
I feel as though like he's trying to get back out. He just got to shake those cobwebs off, and once he gets hit, I'm like, oh, it'll be all right, and then he's good. You know what I mean? So I mean, it's more of a
even
mental
Joe Burrow talked about that, like
exactly,
kind of like that phantom
and I
pain.
felt like
almost.
even though Joe T got hurt, it was so late in his career, and I just felt like he had a lot left in the tank, and I felt like mentally it would have been too much on him. Not saying it would, but I'm just saying late on the career, you know what I'm saying, you're on a team that might not go to the playoffs. You don't know, is it worth it?
Yeah.
Should I just get out while I can, stay healthy? You know what I mean? For some guys, that's how it is.
So it's 11:02 right now. We've got some time. Jedrick Wills was a little bit hurt. I believe he's playing.
Well, he hasn't practiced all week.
Yeah, I know. Should we text Joe Thomas, try to get him back out there? He's doing a little too much with that wide receiver body he's got going on right now.
Oh yeah. He's small now, man. He don't want to be. He gonna be a tackle or something. That's about it. Not tackle, but tight end. Yeah, he ain't. Yeah, he too light in the ass right now.
So the other kind of storyline we got going is Jadeveon Clowney going back against his old team. He's played it down all week.
He finna eat.
Yeah, you think so?
He got
I mean,
to.
is there extra motivation for a guy like that? Do you think he's actually feeling that? I mean, he's playing it down in the media.
For sure. Hey, you got to play it down. You can't go crazy in the media like that. Everybody looking at you. I'm retired, so I can really say what the hell I want to say. So
yes, you can, Phil.
that's why I don't care. But like for a player like that, you know what I'm saying, on that spectrum, you got to keep it low key, keep it chill. So I mean, but he gonna go out there ready though, for sure.
Yeah.
Would a player like that, would he get coaching from his coaches, from his agent, or anybody to say, hey, here, don't say this kind of thing out there to the media, say this kind of thing out there? Or is it just kind of, you know?
I mean, if you've been in the league, you kind of know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Know what not to say. You know what happens in the house stays in the house, things like that. You know, so I mean, you just not. I don't think nobody goes out there and just airs out laundry or just says whatever when it comes to the NFL. So I mean,
yeah, don't want those bulletin board material.
at the end of the day, it's a business. You gotta, you gotta keep your job.
So on the other side of the ball, of course, everybody's just crazy about Baker Mayfield and what he's done so far. What are your thoughts? You know, on the opposite side, where you got finally what seems to be a quarterback here in Cleveland, franchise guy, somebody that everybody's rallying around. I mean, that seems to be infectious, not only for the offense, also gets the defense going. I mean, when you know you've actually got a guy who's going to be able to finish drives for you. What are your thoughts on Baker so far?
He's got better tremendously from day one, and I'm gonna say that. And he had his downs, but hey, that's what he needed to go through before he can get his confidence. You know what I mean? Now he's just like that. When he said he's feeling dangerous, I felt like that. He's just out there now. He's feeling confident. He just needs his few missing pieces like Odell and get them guys to really gel. Man, it's going to be great. And I don't think nobody can stop him if they get all those guys together. And you know what I'm saying, everybody buys into what the coaches and everybody in the weight room and everybody's saying and what they want to do. Man, is nothing can stop them.
Yeah.
Phil, I feel like you've been doing a podcast for like 10 years. You're very good at this.
Nah, it is what I mean. I go as y'all go. You know what I mean? It ain't like I feed off y'all.
I love it. Nick, how you doing down there, buddy?
I'm doing good, man.
He's holding the mic that don't work.
Yeah, I'm holding this microphone that doesn't work. I tried flipping it on, but nothing really happened. So,
Oh, I turned you all the way down.
oh, that's all right.
There you go. I got you back up.
All right, how's that?
Not great.
Not great at all.
Hold on. There you go.
All right, how is it now?
You're back, baby.
Now
You're
we're back.
You're
All
back.
right. All the way back. No feedback either.
That's right. We are live at the Jack Casino. People are gambling. People are getting ready for the Browns game. Go have a Labatt at the bar, right to our right. Nick's picking up the tab.
Thanks, Nick.
Woo! All right, should we do some more Browns trivia? Should we have someone else come up?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Chris, by the way, are you? For some reason, I'm nervous about this game. It feels like a trap game.
No, why?
Why are you bringing that
shouldn't
karma
be.
in here?
Yeah,
Why
go.
are you bringing that in?
Pump me up.
Oh, come on. You got the Browns. You got Kevin Stefanski, right? Reigning
Yep.
coach of the year.
Yep.
This guy has got those guys jacked up to the right amount, right? I think for game time. You
Yep.
know, because you can't come up too high. You can't come out too low. You want to be right there. And then he's got the fans on top of that. He's already told the fans to get there early, which, sorry, Kevin, I'm probably going to be a little bit late the way things are going with the show. But, right off the bat.
I think he forgives you, Chris.
But I think everybody's going to be just willing this team to victory. And everything that we've got, when we line up against a team like the Texans, our talent is way better than anything they're going to throw at us. There's no doubt about
Facts.
Yeah.
it. No doubt about it. And these are the kind of games you got to close out, right, Phil?
Oh yeah, for
I
sure.
mean, when you know you're better than a guy, you got to go out and beat that guy,
Yep.
right?
I mean, like you said, man, you know this is a winnable game. But it's any given Sunday. But at the end of the day, you go out there and execute. Ain't no way they should lose.
I like that. What about Tyrod Taylor?
Tyrod Taylor Bowl.
He's
today.
a good quarterback.
There's not enough being made of that. The
Yeah, he
Tyrod
is.
Taylor
Yep.
Bowl, baby.
He is good.
I think he would struggle for a full season. Maybe people would start figuring him out a little bit. Week 2, though, I mean, we've seen him. He looked great last week. What's the defense kind of going in, Phil? Like from your perspective, when you have a mobile quarterback back there, you've got Miles, you've got Jadeveon. As a defensive tackle, how do you kind of approach a mobile quarterback as opposed to, I don't want to pick on like Brandon Whedon, but like Brandon Whedon or something like that?
I'll go back to one of my coaches, probably the best coach I've had in the NFL, Jim Tomsula. He always told me, man, make those quarterbacks throw out of a phone booth. Just collapse the pocket, and, you know what I'm saying, put them in a phone booth. You know what I'm saying? You collapse the pocket, don't be running all upfield. Collapse the pocket to the quarterback. He can't go nowhere.
Tomsula, when was he your coach?
When I was in Washington. my
Oh,
last
that's
year.
right. Yeah, okay.
Oh, his last go.
Tomsula, I love that dude. Great press conferences.
Dave,
What's up?
Tyrod
Mafia
Taylor,
ties.
he almost beat the Saints. So,
Yeah.
like, don't take him lightly. You know, in 2018, the game before Baker came in, they would have beat the Saints, and that game would have made the playoffs if Zane Gonzalez didn't miss 5 kicks in that game. So, Tyrod Taylor was the quarterback of that game, and he was slinging it downfield. He had Callaway on that deep ball. So, he's a formidable dude, but they're
I love the
weapons-
fact, Nick, that we're talking ourselves into a quarterback for another team rather than a quarterback on our own team. Like,
Yeah.
I'm used to having
Well, I
to
don't
talk
need to be
ourselves
talked into Baker.
no, Tyrod Taylor's a good quarterback. He'll be fine out there. I'm glad we're doing that for another team, not for ours. We know we're good. You know?
That's right. All right, to the guys who are gambling here in the front, who's losing? Anyone losing
He's
we got
up.
one guy up.
Way up.
All right, get that
Way
winner a
up.
T-shirt. Go give him a T-shirt. Anyway, he's already got a T-shirt. Never
He's got
mind.
a
We're
t-shirt.
good.
You
He
need a
needs a
shirt?
beer. All right, we need a
More
Labatt
hat.
Blue in the front here for my man who's winning in blackjack. Anyone losing? Anyone need a T-shirt?
He needs a T-shirt
We
right
need a
there,
t-shirt.
right up in the
Poor
front.
guy.
Do we have a T-shirt gun to shoot
Need a
T-shirts
t-shirt
now?
gun.
We didn't. I can't believe
That
we
would be
didn't plan
fantastic.
this.
No,
Next show, Dave.
All right, next week, T-shirt gun.
T-shirt guns.
T-shirt
That would
gun,
be
hot
awesome.
dog gun.
We could fire them from close range here.
How do those
Just
hot
pick
dog
people
guns
off.
To
work?
the face.
In the face.
Hey,
There we go. Everyone's a winner here at the Big Play Reflog Show.
That's right. That's right. All right. Should we do some more Browns trivia? Should we get someone else up here?
we should, I think.
Who we got?
Let me see.
Got out there.
Let me see how many more questions we have here.
Dave, we got some breaking news too on the show.
What do we got?
Breaking news.
We mentioned her earlier. This comes from Cleveland.com's Mary Kay Cabot, who's told that.
I thought that was the breaking news. That wasn't
breaking
it. My
news?
bad.
That's all right. That's all right. I could talk over whatever. Left tackle Jedrick Wills, despite missing practice all week, will be active for the Cleveland Browns.
Jed Wills playing. All right.
Now we won't know for sure until 11:30, but it sounds like Jed is good at left tackle, and that's huge because Chris Hubbard's already out. So they were thinking about starting James Hudson, the rookie, 3rd-round pick from Cincy, who has had a weird, start to his career, kind of some ups in camp, kind of some downs. So Jed, baby.
And Conklin's back, right?
Yeah, Conklin is
Yeah,
good.
Conklin's back. We're good there. Man, this offensive line, we get everything pumping there.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
How big is that to have an offensive line like the Browns have right now?
That's good, because, when I was playing, like, the biggest O-line I think we went against was probably, I want to say either Baltimore or when they had Yonder, man. I hated going against Yonder, man. Just, like,
Do you ever look at the matchup
so
like Coach?
tired after the game, man. It's just two globs hitting each other.
Globs hitting
Boom. Do you ever go in looking at you're prepping for the game and you just see that dude and you're just like, I don't want to go against this
Double
guy.
chin strap games, man.
Yeah.
That's all it was, man. Already, like, Brown, not Brown, but Cincy, Ravens, Pittsburgh, we already knew what it was in the trenches, at least. What I mean? Yeah.
Do you have a favorite game that you played as a Cleveland Brown? Or
Any of the rivalry games,
yeah.
I would say, and
Who do you think is the biggest rival for Browns? Like in the locker room, like obviously Steelers, Ravens. They took our team. Bengals probably not. But who would you put? Bengals, Pittsburgh. Yeah.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah. I think if you did a poll in Cleveland, Ohio, it would be like 80% Pittsburgh, 20% Ravens.
Ravens is business decision. Pittsburgh, that's just hate. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
I love hearing that.
Yeah.
Love hearing that. What do you think about Big Ben? Is this going to be his last year? Is he
I don't
finally
know,
going to get
man.
knocked
He looked
out?
a little off, man. He messed up my fantasy shit last week, man. I got Claypool. He messed me up, man.
I thought you took Big Ben. I was like, we got to talk about your fantasy team.
Wow.
It's a lot to go before you get Big Ben.
All right, we're going to do some more Browns trivia. We need a fan from the Jack Casino to try to win some Labatt Blue, win a GV Yard shirt. If you'd like to do some Browns trivia, 4 questions to win. We got someone already.
Right back there. Right back there.
Let's
There
get
we
him
go.
up.
All right.
Here, I'll jump. You want
Here
to
he
jump up?
comes.
I'll jump up.
All right.
Oh, he's coming up with the beer, too. This is
guy's
my
ready.
kind of guy.
This guy's ready to win more Labatt and a GV shirt.
This is going to take – he's 20 seconds. He's going to bam, bam, bam. He's got them all. Come on on.
Prime time, baby. You got it.
There it
baby.
is. What's up, man? How are you?
How are you?
Good. Dave.
Oh,
Dave?
what's up, man?
Greg?
Rick.
Rick.
Yep.
Botch that. Wow, your seat is really tall.
I know it is.
Damn,
You're
bro.
making Phil look little.
That's hard to do. That is
Jeez.
extremely hard to do.
They need to put you out there right tackle.
Dude, you would crush me. You would crush me like a bug.
You can put these on if you
Oh,
want.
no, man. You make me
don't
look
have
small
to.
right now.
Nah, I'm good.
Okay, here.
Ah,
You're good. Yeah, yeah, I
okay,
hear you.
just let me know if I need to do anything.
Yeah, all right. Are you ready? You can't look at my screen.
No.
All right, hold on.
Okay.
There we go. All right, so these are Browns-Texans Browns trivia questions.
Really?
Really.
Okay.
We're going to start off kind of easy.
Sure.
They're going to get harder as we go.
Okay.
6-pack, 12-pack, 24-pack, Labatt Blue Light, and then a GV Art shirt
Okay.
to cap it off if you want to keep going.
Sure.
All right, we ready?
Sure.
All
Let's
right.
go.
How long have you been a Browns fan? That's not the first
I was
question.
born in '67, so yeah,
Long time.
54 years.
Nice.
Wow.
Love
That's
it.
dope. That's dope.
Prediction for the game today.
31-13.
31-13. Browns.
Of course. Of course. You have the over? Yeah, you have the over?
We got
Okay.
some hecklers now.
Who's going to shine on offense today?
Schwartz.
You think so?
See?
He had a big
Yes.
game last week.
Yes,
Yep.
Anthony Schwartz game today.
There you go.
I love it. All right, here we go. Question number 1 for cash for a 6-pack of Labatt Blue. In 2017, the Texans infamously sent Cleveland a second-round draft pick just to have the Browns take this guy off their salary.
Oh.
So we sent a second, or we, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You know who it is. He was really tall.
He was really tall.
What a hint.
It's actually a really good clue.
It
I
probably
think.
is. I remember the trade.
The guy that we got back in the trade ended up being pretty good and is going to rumble the rock today for the Browns.
But wasn't he a quarterback?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it was that really strange dude.
Oh,
He went to like Florida.
He's a really strange.
That really
Um,
strange dude. He was taller than DA, taller than Derek Anderson.
Os.
Yes.
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 Awesome.
Do you have a-
Osweiler. Brock Osweiler.
Boom.
Good job.
Nailed it.
rocket ship.
6-pack of Labatt coming in hot. All right, you moving on.
Sure.
Why not?
Why not? We're gonna-
All right, question number 2.
Okay.
Aside from the Chiefs, who was the last team to beat the Browns?
Aside from the Chiefs, who was the last team to beat the Browns? Holy cow. So it'd be late last year.
I can't even remember last
that
week.
would have been, that had to be the Baltimore Ravens.
Did
that
we?
Was, that was the Ravens. Lamar Jackson came out of locker
The
room.
poop game.
No.
That ain't it.
Oh no! You're right. It was the
That-
Jets.
Yeah, that was not a final answer. Is that your final
Jets.
answer? The Jets.
The Jets. That stupid game when everyone was COVID.
He got the question.
Jets. Good job. Thanks, Phil.
Correct. We're moving on. You got a 12-pack. Would you like a 24-pack?
Absolutely.
All right, here we go. Question number 3. Who has the most career receiving yards in Cleveland Browns history?
I thought
Uh-oh.
this was Texans trivia.
Some of it.
Some of it, not this one though.
I haven't read any of these. I don't know.
Holy cow! In Cleveland Browns history.
You want a big? I'll give you a big clue here.
Okay. I accept.
It's not a wide receiver.
Whoa. Boy, I mean,
Yeah.
Not a wide receiver.
I'm gonna gotta go Ozzie Newsome.
Hey-o.
That
All right. You got a case of Labette.
was good. Now I gotta go for the GVR
The
shirt.
GVR shirt.
Cool.
Yes, you can pick
All right.
whichever one. It'll be a gift card.
Okay.
Are you going for it?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Okay. Here's the question.
Okay.
This is kind of hard.
Kind of hard.
Yeah, you want to back
Is it
out?
Texans?
I don't know. I haven't read it yet. All right. Myles Garrett had 13 and a half sacks in 2018. Since the return in 1999, only one other Browns player has had at least 13 sacks in a season. Who was it?
Oh, I have a great guess. I think it was Jameer Miller. Oh. What do you think, Phil?
Let me get the volume up on this one. Jameer Miller.
Oh, yeah.
That was
good
quick.
one.
You won it, man.
Hell yeah.
GVR shirt and
That
a
was quick.
case of
That was
Labette.
quick.
That was
I
real quick.
I remember he had that.
I thought you were going to say
great
Phil Taylor when you
year.
looked at him.
No. He had that extraordinary year for us for 1 year. And then he bailed. Or we traded him or something.
That was fantastic, man.
Thank you.
Round of applause for you again.
Thank you.
Everybody, Rick winning the beers and the shirt.
Very good job.
All right, thank you.
No problem, man.
All right.
That's how trivia is done, man.
He crushed it.
You know, sometimes we get the people on
Yep.
the show and they're, they he and haw it. And you're like, oh, well, it could
The
be this.
the bright lights of the Big Play Reflux show can be scary.
It can be, but he literally took the bright lights of the Big Play Reflog show
Crushed it.
live and crushed it. That's
fantastic.
performing under pressure.
That's right. That's right. All right, let's get some of the other Big Play crew up here. We got Jared out there. We got Craig out there. Who else? We got Always Positive Jay out here. Someone pop into the studio here, hang out for a bit. I didn't even know Chris left, but then I was like, oh yeah.
Oh, did Chris go to the game?
I don't know.
Chris might have just said this is enough. All right, here they come.
All right, Phil. While we're waiting on that, I got one more
I
trivia
think
for
he's
you.
just sitting up high.
You might want to
No,
bring
I'm
that
gonna
one
sit
down
high.
a little
No.
bit. You're going to stay up
Feel
high.
good.
Okay. All right, Phil, I got one more trivia for you.
All right,
This is kind of a weird one. When you look up Phil Taylor on Google, it's not bad. Don't
This
worry.
one's annoying.
the darts player.
Yeah,
Oh, that was you didn't even
that's
know the question.
annoying.
I still haven't met him yet. I
Does
wanna
he
meet him,
come
though.
before you? There's no way.
Dude, let's get him on our
Look it
show.
up.
Let's get him on our
All right, I'm
show.
gonna Google this. Phil
Yeah, if he
Taylor.
gonna come over here from Europe, though.
You can zoom in.
Yeah. Arts player.
That's so weird.
All right, we gotta get the crew on that. We gotta fix
You never
that.
knew it was a darts player? Oh,
No.
he famous, man.
All right.
Like I had people like shoot me a DM thinking I'm him. I'm like, dude, we like look completely different.
Can you play darts?
I mean, anybody I think can throw a dart. I mean, but can I play competitively? Not really. I mean, I can score a little bit.
All right, we're gonna play. You guys are gonna have to play darts sometime on your show.
Yeah, I'm down. I don't know if I've ever thrown a dart before, but
What?
first time for everything.
All right, new guy in the seat, Mr. Jared
What's going on,
of the
everybody?
Dogs Table. Browns prediction.
40-20.
All right, act like you've been here before.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm used to my setup.
You're too high.
Oh, well, I can't help it. The chair won't go down. Chris
Right.
broke it.
Where the heck is he? Oh, nope. Oh, there he is. Now we're going back down. He's going to love this.
There we go.
Now we're back down. No, 40-20, I think.
40-20. Interesting
Yeah.
score. Okay. Who has a big game?
Ooh, I got to go with my boy Chubb. I think Chubb's going to rush for over 150 and a couple touchdowns.
150.
150.
Woo!
With the over-under on Chubb is 91 yards.
Oh, no. I think he's
How
going to
many
have a couple
over?
breakaway.
Hammer it.
Got to
Hammer the over. Interesting.
Hammer the over. Come on.
Okay.
Read some more, Dave. What else we got?
You know, so I put a parlay out there.
Oh, yeah, I
Oh,
know you
boy.
did.
Okay. Phil, tell me under or over on these stats for Browns players today, okay? I got to find it. Okay. Baker Mayfield, 265 passing yards.
I say over.
Over, okay. 2 touchdowns.
Over.
Over. Chubb, 91 rushing yards.
Over.
Okay. Hunt, 40 rushing yards, 18 receiving yards.
Over.
Hoop, Austin Hooper, 31 yards.
Over.
Njoku, 25 yards.
Over.
Well, he
Everything over.
Okay, hold up. Landry, 65 yards.
over.
I say over on that.
Schwartz, 31 yards.
You gonna make that in 3 catches? If that.
He's going to
Maybe
make that in
one
one
catch.
catch.
Yeah, I
He's
mean,
going to make
shit.
that in one catch.
Browns
You
win.
took time to come up with these?
Yeah, but Browns win. Over. Yes. Correct.
Win.
Correct. $20 pays $3,500 on that bet.
Shoot.
Hold on.
That's why.
I got
Let's
that's
20
go.
why I never get in the
I got
bet.
$20. I'm in on this.
If you hit all those,
You got to hit them
Yeah, you
all.
got to hit all those.
Wait, Phil, you just told me it's happening. Doesn't
I
that
think-
seem
I mean,
too
hey,
good to be true?
that don't mean I'm a bet on that shit.
$5? $5 a piece?
Phil's a smart man. Phil's a smart man.
Phil's gonna talk me down on our show. I feel like because I'm like you, Dave. I'm $20 on all that. Sure, sign me up. But
Why not? Why
Phil's
not?
gonna be like, dude.
I never
All
really got
those-
into betting, but I mean,
Yeah.
like me knowing football, you know what I'm saying? I could kind of get around it, but I mean, I've never really go to the casino like that.
Yeah. And now we're in a casino talking
I feel like-
sports betting.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's a whole
man.
new world.
It's a great opportunity, man. I'm learning every day.
Heck yeah.
Well, I want you to go find my wife out there that's spending all of our money and tell her to slow it down a little bit.
Can't do that. Happy wife, happy life. You got to fix that on your own, partner.
Oh, that's fantastic. All right, so Nick and Phil, you got an upcoming show. I believe
We
it.
do.
The first one's going to be on Thursday.
Yep.
What are you guys going to be talking about? What? Tell us a little bit about this.
Football.
Football.
Yeah, man. 'Tis the season for it. We're hyped for it. We're excited for it. It's gonna be similar to what we just did, Dave. We're gonna get people excited about not only the Browns, but we're gonna break down all the teams. We're gonna talk, some betting stuff.
Yep.
Phil and I both, I've never placed an actual bet either. It's not legal where we're at, but that's the goal. Is we're gonna take this ride together. We're gonna learn together. We're gonna educate everybody that might not be hip to the betting game, and we're gonna get everybody ready to go. So check it out. It's gonna be on Apple Pod. It's gonna be on Spotify, the Sports Parlor. Of course, it'll be on all the socials. We'll flood it up. So
Tune in.
tune in.
Love it. All right, Craig, you wanna come MC this for a second?
Sure.
I'm gonna bring Craig up here. He can take my spot, and then me and Chris are gonna do some football cards packs opening.
No
Phil,
doubt.
Phil Taylor cards are wild.
No gum. Please. Please, for the love of God, no gum. You're in the hot seat, bud. Like, you're in the hot seat.
I don't know what to do with my hands right now.
I know.
All right. Do you guys want to do baseball right now? Me and Phil could hop out and he could MC baseball. Do it. All right.
Oh my God. I'm fan struck right now.
You're fan struck?
Yeah, it's Phil Taylor. Like, what the hell? Like, I'm sorry. Nice to meet you,
Shake,
man.
man. It's all good.
Like, I don't know what to do with my hands right now. I feel like Ricky Bobby. Like, what do I do?
All right. We got Craig on the show now. So, Craig, we need your Browns prediction, obviously, before we get you started. And let's hear it. Browns, Texans today. We'll start with you, and then we'll work our way. We'll work our way this way.
Score prediction?
Score prediction, and then who has a big game.
So I'm going with Browns 34-17.
34-17.
34-17. I think Landry's going to have a big day. I think Baker to Landry's going to be a big connection today.
All right, and then you already said Chubb. Phil, let me get a score prediction.
I'm going to go 35-7.
Man, so you
And
got
I think it's going to be the two dogs up front, Clowney and Myles Garrett, going to have a big day.
What about, do you guys think that there's any we should give any credit to like a revenge game type narrative to Tyrod?
No.
Do you think that there's like 8 or 9 former Browns on this Texans team. Do you think that's going to play any role in this game?
Kirk Cobain's coming back to the land.
Yeah.
That's their only win condition, man. If they can just – those few guys that used to be Browns can rally them. But even then, man, the Browns, they're doing awesome. Only thing can stop them is them. You know what I mean? So they're gonna go out there and get it done.
We're going to get a chance to see some guys like Money Mitch and Christian Kirksey and some of those guys again. So I think it'll be interesting. And Tyrod's had kind of a tough path, so I'm rooting for him, just not today.
Yeah. I mean, you got to.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, and that's what this game is going to boil down to, right? Is it's not the Houston Texans with Watson. It's not DeAndre Hopkins. It's Tyrod Taylor, who's still a good quarterback. Like I said, he almost beat the Saints before Baker took over in Week 3. But no Hopkins. They got Brandon Cooks out there. Kirko, I do worry about him, especially because we could kind of use somebody like Kirko right now. So I definitely, if I'm Baker, I'm not throwing it his way or anywhere near his way.
I think he got an interception last week, too.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. He's going to want back-to-back weeks, especially against his old team. And it was his idea to do all this stuff, with the dog check and the, turnover dog bone. So he remembers that. He remembers these guys. So it'll be cool for him. I'm sure it's going to be almost a little surreal for him, but he's going to want to silence that crowd. He's going to hear how loud they get after every touchdown pass, every run. So we'll see. But I think the Browns are just going to outmatch them. Like, that's what it comes down to. That's what Andrew Berry has done all offseason. It's, last couple of years, man, just hoard all this talent so we're not like the Texans anymore and we can kind of roll over teams like this.
Well, the thing that took me for a loop is, you guys are sitting here. One of the trivia questions was, what was the last team to beat the Browns other than Kansas City? You know how long it is if we've been able to do that? Like, hold on, let me think back now. No. We're going back. It used to be any team, just name a team, and now the tide has turned, and it's absolutely amazing that trivia question. We can actually ask that now and it actually be relevant instead of just a nice, wonderful bar trick.
Phil, how cool is that for you as somebody that, played for the team through some of the rebuild years and then, you stayed in the community, you started a family in the community. How cool is that for you to see what these Cleveland Browns have kind of grown into?
It's great, man. Just on the outside looking in, man, you can look at stuff a lot differently, but it's good. They have got tremendously better. You know what I mean? So I'm excited, and I can't wait to see what they do throughout the year.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun year. We're going to hit a game, too, by the way.
Sure.
We got some.
I ain't never been tailgating in the Mooney lot yet either.
All right, there you go.
Whoa.
There you go.
Really?
I've never been either, so, right? Because I wasn't 21 and I was covering
we
the
know
team.
a few people.
Yeah, I was covering the team, so, yeah, we'll have to, the show,
I've
the
never been to
sports
the Muni
parlor
lot
takes
either.
Muni
Oh, my
lot.
Lord. Am I the only one that's been to the
I've
Muni
never
lot
been
up
to the
here?
Muni lot.
Okay.
I don't know,
Well-
these guys. Have you guys been to the Muni lot? Muni lot tailgating for the Browns? Have you guys been? Oh, yeah. Once or twice, I'm sure. Yeah, everybody gets in there.
So-
All right. Chris is jumping back in. I think you guys are going to do football cards when Dave gets back. All right,
Football
cool.
cards.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, cool.
Oh, you guys both hopping out? Yeah. Man, taking a break on me? Hey, if I don't see you again, good seeing you.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. Thanks for having me on, for sure. Good seeing you. Appreciate it.
All right. Back on. So you already gave your prediction for today's game, huh?
I did. 34-17 Browns.
34-17. My chair is way too high right now. How am I supposed to get that? Messed it all up on me. 34-17 Browns?
34-17 Browns. Landry's
Looking-
going to have a big day.
Landry is. How
Landry
about
is.
how about the run game? What do you think
Run-
we're going to do with Chubb?
I think that normally with this type of game script that we're expecting where the Browns take a lead, we would chew up a lot of time with the run game. But I think that this year is going to be a little different. I think that we're going to be a little bit more aggressive. They're not going to take Baker out of the game when we're ahead. So I think that the run game will have a strong day, but I don't necessarily think that it's going to be quite what we would normally expect.
So one thing that kind of concerns me when you mentioned Baker is whenever he gets pumped up, he starts throwing the ball a little high.
Yeah.
Right? You're going to have a packed stadium. You've already got your coach out there getting everybody worked up. I'm a little bit concerned about the way he comes out in this game. Do you think they're going to come out throwing the ball, or do you think they're going to make it easy on him, maybe get a run, get him settled into it, or are they kind of going to do flat stuff right off the bat?
I don't think they're going to be overly aggressive or overly conservative. I think you're going to see a pretty balanced play calling game. I don't know if they'll come out and take shots, but I don't think they're going to be scared to throw the ball. Maybe some short to medium type routes, but I don't think they're going to come out and throw it down the field. I don't think they're going to air it out real quick.
How about Donovan Peoples-Jones? Are we going to see more of him this week? Or are we going to see
I
what
hope
we saw
so.
last week, which was not much? I mean, he was obviously awesome in the preseason, and then they were kind of hiding Schwartz, it felt like. And now we're bringing out Schwartz, and we're kind of hiding Donovan Peoples-Jones.
I think it's going to be a pick your poison type thing, and we saw Schwartz come out on fire last week. And actually, thanks, Dave. But he was on fire last week, and even that catch that ended up getting broken up.
Yeah.
They definitely like to target him, but I don't know. I think it's going to be a pick your poison between Schwartz and Donovan Peoples-Jones week to week. I'm hoping to see more Donovan Peoples-Jones, though.
Who do you, on the defensive side of the ball, who do you look to have a big game? Who needs to have a big game for the Cleveland Browns for us to be successful? The Texans aren't nearly as talented as we are. We should be able to roll, but you still need individual efforts. Who are you looking for on the defensive end of the ball?
This is the perfect game to get JOK more involved. I want to see a lot more JOK. I want to see him flying around, see that speed, see him get to the ball. And he didn't have a bad game last week, but I want to see more. And this is the perfect game to see what he can bring to the table. I think to get that confidence moving forward,
especially with this linebacker core right now being decimated by injuries.
Yeah, Anthony Walker Jr. is not going to be available, and there's some depth concerns there. So he's going to have to step up. And I'm just glad that we have an opportunity this week. Presumably, we don't want to take the Texans too lightly, but this is, I think, the perfect challenge to kind of get his feet wet to play in a bigger role the entire game.
Now, friend of show, Mack Wilson, looking for him to step up this week as well. Not sure whether he's going to be calling the defensive plays or not. That's been a little bit of the chatter. What's your take on Mack Wilson going into this game?
I like Mack Wilson a lot. I'm higher on Mack Wilson than I think a lot of folks are. Some people give him a hard time. There are some things that have kind of plagued him throughout his career. Wrapping up on tackles, things like that, which we saw one occasion last week where he didn't wrap up quite as well as he should have. But, I just want to see Mack Wilson, it sounds cliche, but 1% better every day. So we definitely got to see that growth. It's time for him to step up too. Yeah. And I'm kind of glad he's still on the team. He was talked about as somebody who may be traded towards the end of camp, possibly a casualty on cut day. And I think that if he is truly where he says he's at and ready to get serious, then I think this is going to be a good year for him. So it's a good opportunity. He's going to get a lot of playing time.
How about in that secondary? You got Newsome, obviously, the young guy. What do you see the Browns doing this week? Obviously, it's going to be completely different when you're not playing the Chiefs, right?
Yeah.
You're with all of their weapons all over the field, Tyreek Hill, everybody. What do you look for them to do today against the Texans?
On defense?
In the secondary.
In the secondary.
Yeah.
Oh, it's kind of tough because with Joe Woods, I'm not sure what to expect. I mean, it's an opportunity to get aggressive, but, Brandon Cooks is actually a pretty big target, and you got to watch out for him a little bit. Tyrod actually aired it out last week. Granted, it was against the Jaguars, but, I mean, they put up a lot of plays, but we've also seen historically Joe Woods allow teams to move down the field to chew up clock. So if we get far enough ahead, we may see a lot of production out of Houston, and I think at that point we have to kind of decide whether or not, it's because we're allowing them to. It's interesting being in a position where you allow a team to move downfield sometimes. It's new to us because normally that hasn't always been the case.
Right.
And we saw that with teams like, Tennessee last year. We let them we let them come back from a massive lead because we were allowing them to chew up the clock on offense. So I think you'll see production in the stat lines, but I don't think it's going to be a true indictment of the defense.
Contained burn
Yes,
is
yes.
essentially what
It's
you're looking
a
at.
bend and kind of break type
Right.
defense.
Although it starts to get me concerned, though, when you start talking that way. I start thinking back to Marty Ball, Marty Schottenheimer with, playing a prevent defense. I know you're talking about something different when it's actually in game during the regular, during the regular course. And it's interesting the way, I think with this offense, we can move the ball so quickly sometimes.
Yeah.
So you're managing how much time your defense is going to be out there and then putting the helmets back on to go back out. So it's really that dance between the offense and the defense. And it's become such a big thing in the NFL right now, right?
Right. And I do want to see the Browns, really take control of time of possession this week.
Yeah.
But I also want to make sure that even though we're not going up against the Chiefs, the Ravens, the Titans, that we're not letting off the gas either. I want to see them, really, really go for the kill.
Yeah, absolutely. Are we almost ready for football cards here, Dave?
What are we doing with football cards?
Right now.
Come on, we could go 4 across. Yeah. If you want, we could go 4 across. I got 4 packs here.
What's that?
4 packs.
All right.
So we could do a 4-man game here for
I'm in.
football game. Okay. Should I set up what football cards are?
Please
exactly?
do.
We
I
have-
don't think
we don't have
have
any
football music, right?
No.
No.
You play the baseball music for the football.
Yeah,
That's
play
you
the
that
baseball
bad.
music. Come on.
Yeah, that's true. That's on mine. I don't have.
Oh, you don't
I'm
have
naked
yours.
here.
Oh,
I'm naked.
see,
I've got
That's all
nothing.
right. I'll pump
I've
us
got
up with
nothing.
something.
So let's see what we got. This is normally done with baseball cards.
It's some
A la Zach
1984 gum.
Plesac. And some gum. That's right.
Thank
These
God.
details matter. Details
I-
matter. The gum matters.
Every time I hear you chew that gum, I just.
Yeah. It's as bad, if not worse, on my end, too.
All right, let's
My
open
dentist
some
listens to the
football
show,
cards. All right, so when we do baseball cards,
Right.
Julio Franco, always wild.
Always wild. So should we
Phil
back up
Taylor.
and say why we play cards?
Go for it,
first
yes.
of all?
Please
Because
do.
a guy by the name of Zach Plesac, he decided during quarantine that he was going to go out with who was the other pitcher?
Your buddy Clev.
Clev.
That's his government
How
name.
could I forget
That's
him?
his government
I forgot his government name. He went out with Clev during quarantine, got himself into trouble, got himself in trouble with the team. And one of the things they said they were doing was playing baseball cards. So that kind of got our interest. We were like, what does it mean to play baseball cards? And we later would talk to Plesac on our own show, and he's confirmed that basically they would just open up a pack and they would pick 2 dudes out of that pack.
Yep.
And they'd put them up against each other, right? And one would decide as the winner, one would be the loser. So that's what we're going to do, only with football cards, Dave. Dave, today I've got 1990 Score Football. I've got 1990 Pro Set, and I've got one 1991 Score Football pack.
Okay.
And I'm thinking the 4 of us
I love it.
are all
Can't
going to
wait.
play.
I love it.
All right, Dave, I'm going to let you pick first. Dave,
I've
which
been
one
on
would
a
you
hot
like?
streak, not going to lie.
You have been. You have been. Last week you had what? Sammy Sosa, Barry Bonds, and Julio Franco.
That was pretty good.
Julio Franco's are wild in this game. We don't have anybody wild right now.
No, we're going
You
Phil
think
Taylor wild.
Nin-
Are these old?
These are old.
1990,
They're all
1991.
old.
So
Okay,
that
Bernie's
would be
wild.
really wild.
Bernie Wild.
Bernie wild?
Bernie's wild.
Bernie's wild.
Bernie's wild.
All right. So I like this one.
Pro Set 1990. All right, Dave. Here we go.
Yeah.
Pro Set
Oh.
1990 for Dave. Let's see if I can get the pack open. We are starting with Super Bowl card. That's not worth anything.
That doesn't count.
Jacob Green, nothing. Bart Oates, nothing.
Nope.
Kelvin Martin,
Oof.
nothing.
Oof.
Andre Ware, remember him?
Yeah,
Oh,
Andre
yeah.
Ware's actually good.
He wasn't bad. We'll put him on the maybe list.
He's on a maybe list.
Don Griffin. Hey, Warren Moon.
Oh,
Warren Moon.
yes. Heck
In
yeah.
division. Ouch.
He's making it.
Nick Lowry. That's fantastic.
Okay.
Remember Nick Lowry, kicker from the Chiefs. Perry Kemp, wide receiver from the Packers.
Nope.
Jeff Bryant, defensive end. Morton Anderson.
Nope.
Oh, you gotta go with
Mort.
That's a good one. Morton Anderson is not a bad one.
Yep.
Put that up there next to Warren. Alvin Walton. Oh.
Now, who's by the way, who's going to judge this?
Hold
Who's
on.
going to
Who
pick
is
the
gonna
winner?
judge this? Are we going to do a consensus up here? We're going to have to pull in somebody.
Yeah, we'll pull
Where-
someone in.
Where's Nick at?
We'll
Nick
pull
was
someone
one
in.
of the Knicks. We'll get one of the Knicks over
Yep.
here. Howie Long.
Ooh,
Howie Long. That's pretty good.
a couple good announcers.
Brian Sosha. Eddie Murray. Remember him when
The
he was a
baseball player?
DH? Yeah, he was great for the Indians.
Huh. Righty and
Hall of
lefty.
Famer. Eddie
Kicked
Murray,
with,
kicker
kicked
for
with
the Lions.
both feet.
There we go. Who do you like out of your pack?
All right, so I'm going to go with Let me see here.
You've got Morton Anderson. You've got Howie Long.
Obviously,
You've got
Warren Moon.
You've got Andre Rye.
Oh.
Andre Ware. Andre Rison. You also got Andre Rison. We'll make him also wild. So you want Warren Moon.
What do we lost?
We lost video.
Did you kick us?
Did I do that? Oh,
I
no.
think so.
Somebody did.
That's all right. Uh-oh.
All right. We still got audio there.
I'm going Warren Moon, and I'm going to go with Mort.
And you're going to go with who?
Boy.
Mort.
I didn't hear it. Third time?
Mort.
Oh, Mort.
Yes.
He's going
Okay.
Mort.
Mort.
Going
There you
Mort.
go. Morton Anderson. All right. Who you like?
I'm going to go with the 91 score.
91 score with Warren Moon on the package. You start out with Doug Reed. How does Doug Reed sound for you? Ooh, Tim Newton wearing those jerseys for Tampa Bay.
They need to bring this back.
Kickers. I'll tell you what, kickers should be wild. You got Gary Anderson. Remember him
Oh,
from Pittsburgh Steelers? And then you follow that up with David Treadwell, kicker for the Broncos. Eugene Robinson, free safety. He wasn't bad
He
for
wasn't bad.
Seattle. Who is this? Who is that? Shane Conley. There you go. Why don't you keep it?
All right.
Looks like something you want to put on your wall. Jeff Bostic, J.B. Brown. Oh, you got Dan McGuire. Dan McGuire, quarterback.
There we go.
Cortez Kennedy. He
Cortez
wasn't too
Kennedy,
bad.
that's probably going to end up being the guy.
Mike Rozier.
All right.
Tony Mandarich. Remember
Oh,
him?
yeah.
Tony Mandarich. Anthony Tony, Scott Stephen, Ron Stark, and Clay Matthews.
All right. Winner,
Clay
winner.
Matthews.
Winner.
Put him in the Hall of Fame.
Winner.
Here's a Clay Matthews. And who else do you want to pair up with Clay Matthews?
Cortez Kennedy.
Cortez Kennedy and Clay Matthews. That's pretty good. The hometown discount's going to be good on that one. Who you like? You
All right, I'm going
1990
left.
or
Lefty.
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 Both 1990. All right, here we go. Down to our last two packs.
Oh, boy.
Here we go. We've got Courtney Hall from the Chargers, Scott Studwell from the Vikings, Don Warren, Redskins, Sammy Martin from the Patriots, Keith Millard, Jay Hilgenberg. Remember Jay Hilgenberg? He was bad.
Yeah.
Willie Anderson, Bill Romanowski.
Give me
Ooh.
Did we say
Romanowski.
Bill
There we go.
Romanowski's
There
are
we go.
wild?
He's
We
got to be a
did.
wild.
That is wild. Bill Romanowski's are wild. Cedric Jones, Keith Van Horn, Kerry Conklin. Boy, a lot of rookies here. Terry Wooden, Mark Carrier. I remember him. Went to the Bears. Remember that?
I don't remember that at all.
No. Irv Pankney. Don't remember Irv. Gary Hoggaboom. Wow. And Keena Turner.
Well, it looks like I
Keena
got one
Turner.
card.
That's a name. Keena Turner.
Tina Turner.
You might as well give me Keena Turner.
Keena
to
Turner and Bill Romanowski.
See if we can't make Padone laugh
All right.
a little bit.
Let's just
There we
end
go.
this one right here. All right. I like that shirt, the Bake Show. Fantastic. All right, I start off with Fred Marion. Brent Fullwood. I remember him with the Packers. Bruce Smith from the Buffalo Bills. There you
Oh,
go. That one's
he was
going
a
in the
beast.
keeper pile.
No.
Robert Massey. Keith Byers from the Eagles.
Keith Myers.
Keith Byers.
Wow.
Do you remember that? You remember where he went to school?
I don't.
Fantastic. Eric McMillan. Freddie Joe Nunn.
Oof.
Oh, from the Buccaneers. He came up earlier today. This is the second time today. Wearing the creamsicle, Vinny Testaverde.
Oh, that's a
Vinny
good card.
Testaverde.
That's a good card.
Oh, this is turning out to be a great pack. David Little, Tony Zendejas. Remember him with the Orioles? Chris Miller with the Falcons.
All right.
Wilbur Marshall. Warren Moon. This is a hot gun card, too.
Oh,
That's worth
wow.
double.
Yeah, it is.
That's worth double. Neil Anderson. Dan Marino. Hot
Oh,
gun.
my
Oh,
God. Is this your
boy.
pick?
Ball game.
Over.
Might as
It's
well just-
over.
I'm not even.
Dan Marino, Warren Moon.
It's over.
Vinny as the backup. He's coming off the bench. Bruce Smith, Hall of Famer, he's off the bench.
Well
It's
done, sir.
It's done, gentlemen.
I don't think we need a judge for
I don't
that.
think we
No.
can do that. Nope. So there we go.
I don't know.
Thank
I
you
got
for
Keena
indulging
Turner.
me, gentlemen.
I got
Yeah.
Keena Turner over here. I
Keena
think.
Turner. You guys
Keena Turner.
Oh, thank
Is that
you.
a real
Keeper
card?
cards. They're all yours.
Appreciate it.
Dave, you can have mine. You get your Dan Marino there.
There we go.
Share with the kids.
That was a good one.
Warren Moon.
That was a
Look
good
at
one.
that. That's a Warren Moon.
That is a
Much
good
I hated
Warren
the guy.
Moon.
That's pretty
That's
good.
that's kind of a neat
Isn't that
card.
Oh yeah, the Hot Guns. Do you remember the Hot Gun series? And they had Bernie Kosar do his. It was.
Oh, he's a
fantastic.
child. He's not around our age. He's a child.
Yeah. Wow. That was pretty special when you get one of those cards back in the day.
Yeah.
It was, yeah. So. Well, Dave,
Yes, sir.
it's almost go time for me.
It
I'm gonna
is.
Head
What do we
down
got?
to the stadium.
11:45.
I'm thinking I need to get down to the stadium. Kevin Stefanski.
You listen to Kevin.
I'm listening to Kevin Stefanski. He said I had to get down there.
Yes.
He was speaking to me personally, I'm sure.
Yes, he was.
He wants me to be there. See everything. See Baker warming up. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Good times, though.
That's right.
Did you already give
Absolutely.
your prediction? Have you given a prediction?
42-17.
Attaboy.
42-17.
Wow,
I
so
think we.
hammer the over and the spread.
Yep. I think we're going to see Case Keenum in the fourth quarter. Good in a good way.
Wow.
All right.
In a very
right.
good way.
I am going to be smiling up there. Wherever, at the 50-yard line, my nice posh seats there. When Case walks out on the field, I'm going to be thinking
Yes.
about you, Dave.
42-10. Case
Wow.
Keenum season.
Case
Here we
Keenum
go.
time.
All
I
right,
can't
so,
wait
hey,
to see him.
You want to put $5 on that since we are at the casino?
Absolutely not.
All right.
All right, Christopher. Go Browns.
38-21.
38-21.
Cleveland Browns win going away,
And are you sticking with your
Slow
prediction from Monday?
which was
Chubb over 100 yards.
Chubb over 100 yards.
Woo.
Yeah, and boy, I think Chubb goes over 100. I think we have one 100-yard receiver. Probably going to be Jarvis today, I think.
Jarvis over 100 yards.
Uh-huh. And then we're going to have Baker.
I haven't seen Jarvis over
He's gonna
100.
need
When's the
14
last time Jarvis
receptions.
went over 100? That's been a while.
It's going to happen. I know.
Yeah.
that's
Consistent. Yep.
right. Baker over 3.
Over 3 touchdowns?
Over
How many for
300.
over 300? Wow.
Over 300. I'm going to throw it a little bit at the beginning.
What
That's
about
what's gonna
What about Donovan Peoples-Jones?
we were just talking about
Were you?
Donovan
Yeah.
Peoples-Jones. Are we going to get him into the mix? What do you
I
think?
don't know.
I mean, we got Schwartz
Where's
now.
Hollywood Higgins?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, it's nice.
Did he play? I don't even
It's an
remember.
embarrassment of riches
not a
right
whole
now.
lot.
Yeah.
I didn't see him on the field a whole lot. I don't know what his exact snap count was, but it wasn't much.
Is it nice
Surprising.
to be so deep at wide receiver? Right
It
now?
is. It
so
is.
if COVID hits again like it did last year, we lose our entire core. Maybe we'll have
We'll
some
be all
good
right.
backups.
Yeah.
No problem. So that's just thinking ahead.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Sabermetrics.
That's right.
That's right. That's right.
Crushing it.
You're crushing it. So, gentlemen, good luck with the rest of the show.
Go Browns.
Go Browns.
Thanks for having us.
Go Browns.
Thanks for playing cards with me.
Yeah.
I will see you.
All right, Craig, Jared, we're going to power rank players by importance for today. Here we go.
Power Rank Monday.
I like how you're still going with the elevated seat. I love it.
I'm
It's
just gonna roll
fantastic.
with it.
Just roll with it. Don't bring it
I just want
down.
to look down on everybody.
That's right.
So do we get bottle service up here or
Oh, yeah, it's under the table.
okay? Perfect.
Okay. So, top 3, I want you to rank Browns players by impact, by importance for this game that need to have a huge game going into it. Jared, I'm going to go to you, number 3.
Number 3.
I think Nick Chubb,
Okay.
number 3.
Yeah.
He's got to get off a little bit better late, especially after the fumble and the disappointment that was on his face afterwards.
He had a good game, though.
He had a good game. but
5.5 yards
I-
per attempt.
Yeah, but it seemed like the
2
sec-
touchdowns.
They after the second half, they just said, "No, we're not going to give you the ball anymore." And it was
Yeah.
no, feed him the ball. He's a beast. You gotta do it. You just have to.
All right. Who is your number 2 in terms of importance, impact player for today's game?
Number 2,
Number 2.
the juice.
Okay.
You got to have Jarvis go up. We still don't have Odell. You
Yeah.
got a lot of young guys that are around you. Jarvis has got to go out, whether it be running, blocking, whatever he does, because he does all the dirty stuff. And I love it. Love Jarvis.
He changed the culture, baby.
I know.
Changed the culture.
Hey,
That's why I wore it today.
I got the GV apparel
Look
too.
at that. Cleveland, this is next year. I love it.
I love it.
Yeah. Jarvis, I feel like, is very consistent. 6 for 65, 7 for 72.
But it's the little stuff he does.
Yes.
It's just the little stuff.
All right, and who's your number 1?
Oh, you're going to love this one.
Who's that?
I am going
Don't
to
say
go-
Jamie Gill.
No. Defensive tackle, Malik McDowell. I am
Okay.
so high on this guy right now,
Mhm.
especially after last week. And they need some pressure up the middle instead of the edges. I think this guy is going to have a huge game and get right up in Tyrod's face.
Yeah, I love that. He came out of nowhere.
I know. He hasn't played football in 2 years, and he looks great.
Yep.
Looks great.
Yep. All right, Craig, number 3 impact player for today's game.
Miles Garrett.
Okay.
Miles Garrett's got to have a big game. I think that as the season progresses, we'll see him and Clowney be able to orchestrate a little bit better, work in tandem. But I want to see him get his hands on the quarterback more this game. Perfect
All right,
opportunity.
How many sacks? 5.
5 sacks
10
for Garrett or overall?
for Garrett.
For Garrett,
Does he get a sack today? Does he
1.5.
He gets 1.5.
1.5.
Who gets the other half? Clowney?
Clowney.
Clowney? All right. I like that. All right.
Yeah.
Number 2.
Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt's going to be the one to really go for the kill shot. I think that they're going to slow down on Nick Chubb a little bit once we get ahead. I think that Kareem Hunt's going to be active both on the screen and running the ball to chew up the clock. So,
I love that. More receiving yards or rushing yards for Kareem?
more receiving yards.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, I think that watching the preseason and actually a little bit last week, they've really taken the screen game to the next level. I feel like they have it dialed in. So I think Kareem's going to be big on that.
All right, Kareem going big on the receiving yards. Number 1 impact player today.
Baker, Reagan, Mayfield. At the end of the day, quarterback's got to have a good game.
Yep.
He's got to have a good game. He is the most important person on this field. He's the general, and he has to lead his troops. Lead his troops to the win.
I like
Week
it.
in, week out.
Yeah. Are we hitting over on all those stats?
Yeah, you got to.
Right?
You got to hit over.
Yeah.
What was
Are you worried?
300
Are you worried?
touchdowns?
No, 265 and 2.
I think he's over.
Yeah.
I think he's over.
I mean, the touchdown one worries me a little bit with the 2 touchdowns, but he's got to be over 260, right? 265?
You would think so. I was going to bet the completions, which is 22 completions.
Oh, yeah.
That made me nervous.
Why?
Yeah, well,
Because if Case Keenum's in the fourth quarter,
Well, that's true. That's true. I'm sorry. I forgot about Case Keenum.
yep.
I don't know. I hope we see Case Keenum. Will Baker come off the field if we're ahead?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Probably
No.
not. Oh,
He didn't want to come off the field for B season.
yes. All right, so talk about your guys' show. Where can people see it?
All right, so we are the Dogs Table, and we're on the Big Play Network as well as YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter and Periscope. At Dogs Table on Twitter and Facebook, and at the Dogs Table on YouTube. We are a Browns roundtable discussion show. Anybody can join. We talk about Browns, and we invite anybody that wants to join to come talk Browns with us. We post a link in the comments when we go live Tuesdays at 8, and anybody can video chat with us and come on the show at any time. It's a fun time.
Yeah, it's always fun, especially when you talk about certain things that we're not allowed to talk about on this show. You know, white powder substances and
Oh, jeez. He went there.
I had to. BJ's not here. I feel bad. BJ was going to come and crash the show.
Nice. Nice. All right.
But
Who are your 3 impact players?
I would probably go.
Number 3.
I'm going to go Anthony Schwartz.
All
With
right.
OBJ out. Didn't think he was going to have that big of a game last week. Pleasant surprise. Number 2,
Number 2.
I'm going to go Njoku.
Okay.
I think 76 yards last week. That was huge for us. If he can do that again, I think we dominate them. And then my number 1, oof. I got to think about this one. I'm going to think for a second.
Numero 1.
I'm going to go Myles Garrett.
All right.
We got to get after Tyrod. He makes me nervous as a mobile quarterback. If we can contain him, I think we blow these guys out.
Who's going to be more productive today, Austin Hooper or David Njoku?
God, I love Hooper. I don't know.
There's a lot of
I don't know.
Njoku
That's
hype
tough.
coming
That's
into the
really
season.
tough,
A
yeah.
lot of Njoku hype, but I don't necessarily think that Hooper got 100% of the opportunity necessary to show us what he's got from last year. So I think it's a great 1-2 punch at tight end, but no, I don't know. I'm rooting for them both, really.
Yeah, I would love to run 2 tight ends, 2 running backs the whole time and just pound it.
Yes.
Pound it with Chubb all day.
Kick it 1982 style.
Yes. Yes, we have the team for it. Why not? We have the best offensive line in football. We have the 2 best running backs in football. Just pound it. I love Baker. I don't think we're going to need a ton from Baker today to win this game.
I'm kind of the same boat with you. I think he's just got to just be normal Baker, not try to force anything, and just get the ball moving into the guy's hands.
So we shall see. How are those Labatt Blues?
They're delicious. I had 3 before I came on here.
Wow.
And then
I could tell.
The wife switched me over to Bloody Marys.
There you go.
Yeah. So
going backwards. Stick with the Labats.
All right, so where are you guys watching the game?
Maybe here.
Okay.
I don't know.
There you go.
We'll see. I'm not going to be at the stadium, but maybe here. We'll see. Where are you watching the
Jared,
game?
are you going
to the game?
I am not going to the game.
I don't know yet.
I'm sure.
I kind of wing things,
All right.
as you can
I'm
tell
with
from
you.
the setup.
No, we got a babysitter for a short amount of time. So
There you go.
We're going to stick around here for a little bit, and then probably go relieve Grandma from watching the 2 little demons.
There we go. Nice. All right. I'm going to go check in with Padone real quick, and then what do we got? 11:58, 1 hour to game time. Probably wrap up here in a few minutes and call it a 1-1. Are you ready?
1-1. What's going on, big guy?
You got the hot seat, man.
I know I got the hot
He's
seat.
brave.
I
Leaving
know.
these mics on and walking away.
I know.
with just-
I don't know why he's doing it, but it's all right. We're doing all right.
All right. So what do you think? I was talking to Dave about Hooper and Njoku. What do you think we're going to see today? Who's going to get more action? Who's going to be more productive?
I think Njoku, it's just because of the red zone. He's such a threat in the red zone with how athletic he is. I can't wait to see how well he does in the red zone, because I think he might get a couple touchdowns today. Just how good he is. What about you?
I think that Njoku's more likely to get the red zone targets, but I've been really impressed with Hooper and his ability to get some yards after the catch. Even though he doesn't have wide receiver speed or elite speed, he seems to be able to, pick up some yards after the catch. I like it. Now, earlier we were talking about Donovan Peoples-Jones. I think before you were over here. But
Yes.
what do you think about Donovan Peoples-Jones, Hollywood Higgins, Anthony Schwartz? How that kind of the 3rd, 4th, 5th receiver pecking order? How do you think that's working out? Do you think?
Well, I think they're going to keep Schwartz in there because Schwartz is so fast. I mean,
Okay.
he can just take the top off of any defense. But after that, Higgins is Baker Mayfield's comfort blanket, but also Peoples-Jones has done so much throughout the preseason and everything else that you got to give him this shot.
Yeah,
I think Higgins is there as probably their 5th receiver. I think Peoples-Jones gets it a little bit more before him because of the size of him and the speed that he brings also. And he can high point the ball. I'm worried that Higgins can get open, but I don't think he can high point the ball like Peoples-Jones can. I think we're going to need a couple of those today.
Are you surprised at all by how quickly the chemistry between Baker Mayfield and Anthony Schwartz it appears to be coming to fruition? I mean, Schwartz was out basically most of the offseason. He was hampered by injuries.
Yeah.
Are you surprised that they're connecting as well as they did last week? Do you think
No.
it'll continue?
No, I think it will continue because he's so fast. It's one of those receivers that just gets open. And once he's open, there's not really that many people around him. He's like Tyreek Hill. He's so fast that
Can't
once
let
he
him get a step on you.
Yeah, you can't let him get a step on you. Now, Baker overthrew him once, which was kind of shocking because I did not see anybody overthrowing this kid. But,
Right.
once he gets his hands on it, though, it just, man, he can fly. And you can see the difference when he gets the ball in his hands.
And not to mention there was one catch last week where he didn't end up coming down with it. It was a stellar play by a Kansas City defender where he reached in and punched the ball out. But Schwartz got both hands on the ball. It was clutch. It was acrobatic. It was everything you want to see. But he could have had a lot bigger game that last week had it not been for that one pass breakup. But that he's going to be pretty entertaining to watch this entire year. I'm excited.
Especially the jet sweeps and all the stuff that he can do once you get the ball in his hands. I think he, like you said, it's going to be exciting to watch him because just that pure blazing speed that he has. I mean, that's next level speed. That's like, sonic boost speed.
Right. Now, last year we had some pretty cool trick plays. We used the wide receivers in the backfield a lot of reverses. Jarvis would throw the ball. Odell would throw the ball.
Yeah.
We saw Jarvis Landry run for a touchdown last week.
Yes, he did.
Are we being a little too aggressive with the wide receivers?
No.
All right.
You're changing it up. You're putting the motions in place. So now that when they have to cover the motion, whether they got to cover the receiver downfield or just on a run play, it kind of keeps the defensive backs kind of up close where they need to be in case you need to throw one downfield.
What are your thoughts on Tyrod Taylor coming back? Tyrod's had kind of a rough road.
Yeah,
I know that this is a Cleveland show, but ultimately he went to Buffalo, salary cap casualty. He came to Cleveland, got hurt, got benched. Baker took the job. The rest is history there. Went to, L.A., and then took over in L.A., and then a doctor punctured his lung.
Yes.
Giving him an injection of some sort.
Yeah.
Lost his job.
Now
he's
did he back to Lamar at one point too? Wasn't he the backup for
prior to Buffalo? I believe it was. Well, he would have backed up Flacco at that point. But yeah. He's had a rough road, and I remember watching him on Hard Knocks, and he seems like a likable guy.
Oh yeah, I think I love him because he's one of those guys that works for it, but also he's one of those guys that's still a middle road quarterback. He doesn't do the extra mile that you need your quarterback to do to win you game. Now, granted, he took Buffalo to the playoffs, which they hadn't done in years. So just to watch him and get a shot in Houston because of other questionable choices from a quarterback down there that we don't talk about that often.
Well, and he had some big plays for us before he went out. Particularly, I think it was the Saints game.
Yeah, but you also got to factor in, though, that we drafted Baker Mayfield right behind him.
Absolutely.
He's number one overall pick. He was going to get on the field at some point in time.
Right. Had it not been for injury, maybe not so soon, but, Tyrod didn't ultimately come back from that. Now, going up against Houston, there's a lot of big names in that backfield. You have Phillip Lindsay. You have David Johnson. You have Mark Ingram. Mark Ingram had a monster week last week.
Yeah.
Are you concerned at all about the Texans' run game? They may be aging. They, may have some guys that didn't have a ton of success, before. You have guys kind of on the downtrend, David Johnson. But, ultimately these pretty good running backs stay what they have.
Go ahead.
All right, boys, it is 12:05. We got to get to the game. We got to get to wherever we're watching the games. We got to pack this stuff up, and we're going to call it a show.
All right.
It's time! Streaming live from Cleveland, Ohio. Presenting the undisputed heavyweight podcast of the world.